As we age, managing blood sugar becomes more than just a health goal. It becomes a daily reality that touches every part of our lives, from the way we eat and sleep to how we move and think. For seniors across the United States, Canada, Australia, and other developed countries, the risk of developing type 2 diabetes or struggling with blood sugar fluctuations increases with age. But here's something that many people overlook. One critical mineral could make all the difference: magnesium. Magnesium is often referred to as the forgotten mineral in blood sugar management. Yet, it plays a vital role in over 300 enzymatic processes in the body, many of which are directly linked to how we handle glucose. It helps insulin transport sugar from the bloodstream into the cells. It supports nerve function, muscle relaxation, blood pressure control, and even sleep, all of which contribute to more stable blood sugar levels. Unfortunately, as we get older, our ability to absorb magnesium declines, and many seniors fall short of the recommended daily intake without even knowing it. Several studies have found that low magnesium levels are associated with a higher risk of insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome, and type 2 diabetes. One large study published in Diabetes Care found that people with higher dietary magnesium intake had a significantly lower risk of developing diabetes. And for those already managing the condition, magnesium-rich foods have been shown to improve insulin sensitivity and lower fasting glucose levels over time. The good news? You don't need to rely on supplements to get the benefits of magnesium. Nature provides us with a variety of delicious, nutrient-dense foods that are packed with this blood sugar-supporting mineral. From nuts and seeds to leafy greens and whole grains, these foods are not only effective but also senior-friendly. Easy to prepare, easy to chew, and easy to incorporate into your daily meals. In today's video, we'll explore 5 of the best magnesium-rich foods that can help seniors take control of their blood sugar naturally. For each food, we'll explain how it supports glucose control, offer practical serving tips, and share real-life examples of older adults who've made these foods part of their daily routine with measurable results. So if you're looking for simple, natural ways to improve blood sugar control without drastic changes or complicated diets, this video is for you. Let's begin with the first magnesium-rich food that could help stabilize your glucose levels, starting today. Magnesium-rich food number 1, spinach. The leafy green powerhouse for glucose control. When it comes to magnesium-rich foods that offer powerful support for blood sugar control, spinach is at the very top of the list. This vibrant leafy green is more than just a side dish or salad base. It's a nutritional powerhouse packed with essential minerals, antioxidants, and fiber, all of which work together to support stable glucose levels. For seniors looking to naturally manage blood sugar without adding pills or processed products, spinach is a gentle, effective, and incredibly versatile option. Just 1 cooked cup of spinach provides about 157 milligrams of magnesium, nearly 40% of the daily recommended intake for older adults. But what makes spinach particularly beneficial for blood sugar regulation is the combination of magnesium, potassium, and plant-based compounds that help the body process glucose more efficiently. Magnesium acts like a key that unlocks the door for insulin to deliver sugar into the cells. When you have enough magnesium circulating in your system, your cells respond better to insulin, and blood sugar stays more stable after meals. Spinach also has a low glycemic index, meaning it doesn't cause sharp spikes in blood glucose. Plus, it's rich in fiber, which slows the digestion and absorption of carbohydrates. The result? A gradual rise in blood sugar instead of a sudden peak. A crucial difference for older adults trying to avoid energy crashes and long-term complications from glucose swings. Let's look at a real-life example. Coraline Jennings, a 73-year-old retired school librarian from Madison, Wisconsin, had been struggling with unpredictable blood sugar readings despite following a general diabetes-friendly diet. Her doctor suggested focusing more on magnesium-rich vegetables, especially spinach. Coraline began adding half a cup of steamed spinach to her breakfast eggs and tossing fresh spinach leaves into her lunchtime smoothies or soups. Within just 6 weeks, she saw a 15-point drop in her fasting blood sugar and a noticeable improvement in her energy levels throughout the day. Coraline shared, "I never realized something as simple as spinach could have that kind of effect. I didn't change much else, just made sure I was getting a handful in every day." Her success wasn't just anecdotal. Her blood work confirmed a boost in serum magnesium levels, and her doctor noted better overall metabolic balance in her follow-up exam. For seniors, spinach is also one of the easiest vegetables to incorporate into daily meals. You can sauté it with garlic as a side dish, blend it into a morning smoothie, stir it into soups, or add it raw to salads and sandwiches. Cooks quickly, requires no special preparation, and pairs well with other blood sugar-friendly ingredients like olive oil, lemon juice, and grilled chicken or tofu. For those with difficulty chewing raw greens, lightly steaming or sautéing spinach can make it easier to digest while actually enhancing its magnesium availability. And if fresh spinach isn't available year-round in your area, frozen spinach retains its mineral content and is just as effective. Simply heat and serve. The key is consistency. Eating spinach a few times a week won't be enough to move the needle, but including it daily, as part of a balanced meal plan, can help support better glucose metabolism, lower inflammation, and even improve cardiovascular health over time. Next, we'll explore a crunchy, satisfying snack that's easy to keep on hand and packs a serious magnesium punch. Perfect for seniors seeking both convenience and powerful blood sugar benefits. Let's move on to the second magnesium-rich food. Magnesium-rich food number 2, pumpkin seeds. The crunchy snack that supports blood sugar stability. When it comes to smart snacking for seniors, few options are as convenient and powerful as pumpkin seeds. Also known as pepitas, these small but mighty seeds are one of the richest natural sources of magnesium available, and they're remarkably effective at supporting blood sugar control, especially in older adults. Whether eaten as a handful of roasted seeds or sprinkled onto meals, pumpkin seeds provide a steady dose of magnesium, healthy fats, and protein, all of which work in harmony to stabilize glucose levels. Just 1 ounce of roasted pumpkin seeds delivers about 150 milligrams of magnesium, covering nearly 40% of the daily recommended intake for seniors. That's an impressive number for such a small serving, and the benefits go far beyond the mineral content. Pumpkin seeds also contain zinc, iron, and alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 fat, which help reduce inflammation and support insulin sensitivity. So how do pumpkin seeds help improve glucose uptake and blood sugar control? It starts with magnesium's critical role in insulin signaling. When magnesium levels are adequate, the insulin receptors on your cells become more responsive. This means insulin can do its job more effectively, ushering glucose into your muscle and fat cells instead of letting it linger in your bloodstream. On top of that, the healthy fats and protein in pumpkin seeds slow digestion, thus reducing post-meal glucose spikes, a key concern for many older adults. Let's take the story of Leroy Finch, a 76-year-old retired postal worker from Boise, Idaho. After being diagnosed with prediabetes, Leroy was advised to cut back on processed snacks and sugary drinks. But he found himself craving something crunchy between meals, especially in the afternoon. His daughter, a registered dietitian, introduced him to roasted pumpkin seeds as a healthy alternative. Leroy began keeping a small jar of them on his kitchen counter and grabbing a small handful whenever hunger struck. What happened next surprised even his doctor. Within 2 months, Leroy's fasting glucose dropped by 10 points, and his post-lunch readings, which used to hover above 150 milligrams per deciliter, were now consistently under 120. His cravings for sweets also declined, and he reported feeling more satisfied between meals. Most of all, he liked that he didn't have to give something up. He had simply swapped in something smarter. Leroy now adds pumpkin seeds to his oatmeal in the morning, sprinkles them on his steamed veggies at dinner, and sometimes mixes them with a few almonds and raisins for a blood sugar-friendly trail mix. It's a small thing, he says, but it's helped me feel in control again. For seniors, pumpkin seeds offer an ideal combination of nutrient density and practicality. They don't require refrigeration, can be easily stored, and are portable for travel or outings. You can eat them raw, dry roasted, or lightly salted, though unsalted is best for blood pressure. For those who struggle with chewing, ground pumpkin seeds or seed butters are great alternatives and still deliver the full magnesium benefit. Pumpkin seeds are also an excellent evening snack. Because they contain tryptophan and magnesium, they help promote better sleep, something that indirectly improves blood sugar control, as poor sleep is a known contributor to insulin resistance. The takeaway is simple. By adding just an ounce of pumpkin seeds to your daily routine, you're supporting insulin function, improving magnesium status, and giving your body the nutrients it needs to handle glucose more efficiently. They're a tiny snack with a big impact, and one that fits seamlessly into the lifestyle of any older adult focused on metabolic health. Up next, we'll shift from snack time to something a little greener, an everyday food that often hides in plain sight, yet delivers powerful magnesium and fiber to help keep your blood sugar steady. Let's move on to the third magnesium-rich food. Magnesium-rich food number 3, black beans. The fiber-filled legume that enhances glucose control. Among the most nourishing and versatile foods for seniors looking to support blood sugar control, black beans deserve a spot at the top of the list. These humble legumes are more than just a staple of soups and stews. They're a magnesium-rich, fiber-dense, plant-based protein source that supports glucose uptake and helps reduce insulin resistance, especially in older adults. Just 1 cup of cooked black beans provides about 120 milligrams of magnesium, making it a strong contributor toward the recommended daily intake. But what makes black beans especially powerful for blood sugar control is their unique combination of complex carbohydrates, soluble fiber, and magnesium. 3 elements that work synergistically to regulate glucose levels in a slow, steady, and sustained manner. Here's what happens inside the body. The high fiber content in black beans slows the digestion of carbohydrates, preventing sudden spikes in blood sugar after a meal. At the same time, the magnesium inside the beans supports insulin sensitivity by helping insulin bind more effectively to its receptors, allowing glucose to be absorbed by muscle cells rather than lingering in the bloodstream. The result is a smoother post-meal glucose response and improved long-term blood sugar management. Let's meet Drayden McAllister, an 82-year-old former high school coach from Lexington, Kentucky. After retiring, Drayden remained active but began noticing that his blood sugar levels were creeping up, particularly after lunch. He tried reducing carbohydrates altogether, but the low-energy afternoons and digestive discomfort led him to search for a more balanced approach. That's when his nutritionists introduced him to black beans as a smart carbohydrate alternative. Drayden began incorporating black beans into his lunches, adding them to salads, mixing them into brown rice bowls, and using them as a base for simple veggie chili. Within 6 weeks, his post-lunch blood glucose readings fell from 165 to consistently under 130. Not only did his numbers improve, but he also felt fuller for longer and noticed fewer cravings for sweets later in the day. What surprised him most was how satisfying and easy the beans were to prepare. "I used to think beans were just filler," he said, but now I see them as fuel. I feel steady, sharp, and nourished. For seniors, black beans are an excellent addition to meals because they're soft, easy to chew, and incredibly affordable. They can be purchased dry or canned, though if using canned, it's best to rinse them thoroughly to reduce excess sodium. A half-cup serving pairs well with whole grains like quinoa or barley, or can be added to a bowl of sautéed greens for a magnesium-rich, blood sugar-friendly dish. Another benefit for older adults is that black beans help support gut health, which has a growing connection to glucose regulation. The soluble fiber in black beans feeds beneficial bacteria in the gut, which in turn produce short-chain fatty acids that help reduce systemic inflammation and improve insulin sensitivity. For those with sensitive digestion, starting with small servings and gradually increasing intake can help avoid bloating or discomfort. Black beans also freeze well, making it easy to cook a batch and portion them into meals throughout the week. The takeaway is this: black beans are one of the most effective, senior-friendly, magnesium-rich foods you can eat to support blood sugar control. They're gentle on the stomach, packed with plant protein, and easy to include in a wide variety of meals. Whether you enjoy them in a soup, mash them into a spread, or toss them into a salad, black beans provide a consistent, reliable way to fuel your body while keeping your glucose levels steady. Coming up next, we'll look at a creamy, heart-healthy food that's rich in magnesium and loaded with nutrients that promote stable energy and insulin sensitivity. Let's move on to the fourth magnesium-rich food. Magnesium-rich food number 4, avocados, the creamy superfruit that supports glucose uptake and metabolic health. When it comes to nutrient-dense foods that are both luxurious and therapeutic, few can match the benefits of the avocado. Often praised for its heart-healthy fats, avocados are also a remarkably rich source of magnesium, making them a smart and satisfying choice for seniors aiming to support blood sugar control in a natural, delicious way. A single medium-sized avocado contains about 58 milligrams of magnesium, which contributes roughly 15% of the daily requirement for older adults. While that may sound modest compared to other sources, it's the unique nutrient profile of the avocado that amplifies its impact. Avocados are packed with saturated fats, fiber, potassium, and antioxidants, all of which play key roles in maintaining stable glucose levels and supporting insulin function. So how does this creamy green fruit help with glucose uptake? The healthy fats in avocados slow down the digestion of carbohydrates, which helps prevent the rapid spikes in blood sugar that can follow high-carb meals. Meanwhile, the magnesium inside the avocado enhances insulin sensitivity at the cellular level, meaning your body responds more efficiently to insulin, and glucose is more readily absorbed into muscle and fat cells instead of remaining in the bloodstream. Let's meet Winslow Hatcher, a 79-year-old retired park ranger from Santa Rosa, California. After undergoing heart surgery in his early 70s, Winslow became determined to make lifestyle changes that would support not only his cardiovascular health, but also his blood sugar stability. He had been hovering in the pre-diabetic range for several years and wanted to take action before things progressed. His cardiologist recommended increasing healthy fats and magnesium through food, and avocados quickly became a staple in his kitchen. Winslow started eating half an avocado with breakfast on whole grain toast and another half with salads or soups at dinner. Within 2 months, his blood sugar readings became more consistent, and his fasting glucose dropped by nearly 12 points. Winslow credits the avocado not only for helping manage his numbers, but also for improving his appetite and energy. "I don't feel that midday crash anymore," he shared. "It keeps me full without feeling heavy, and it's so easy to add to just about anything." Avocados are an ideal food for older adults because they're soft, easy to chew, and highly versatile. They can be sliced, mashed, blended into smoothies, or even used as a creamy base for sauces and dips. For those with digestive sensitivities, avocados are gentle on the stomach and naturally low in sugar, making them safe for those managing diabetes or insulin resistance. Another underrated benefit of avocados is their ability to reduce inflammation, which is a key factor in both heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Chronic inflammation interferes with insulin signaling, but the antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds in avocados, combined with magnesium, help calm that internal fire. To get the most out of this magnesium-rich superfruit, aim to include half an avocado per day in your meals. If fresh avocados are expensive or hard to find year-round, look for pre-sliced frozen avocados or store-bought guacamole made without added sugars or preservatives. Just be sure to check the label, especially for sodium content. Whether spread on toast, tossed into a salad, or simply enjoyed with a spoon and a dash of lemon juice, avocados offer seniors a powerful, palatable way to support blood sugar control while nourishing the whole body. They're one of the few foods that truly bridge the gap between comfort and clinical benefit. Coming up next, we'll explore a wholesome whole grain that delivers magnesium, fiber, and slow-release energy, perfect for stabilizing blood sugar and supporting long-term insulin sensitivity. Let's move on to the fifth and final magnesium-rich food. Magnesium-rich food number 5, quinoa, the ancient grain that promotes steady energy and glucose balance. For seniors looking to replace blood sugar spiking white rice or refined carbs with something more nourishing, quinoa is a truly exceptional choice. This ancient grain, technically a seed but commonly used like a whole grain, is naturally rich in magnesium, fiber, and plant-based protein. Together, these nutrients help regulate blood sugar, enhance glucose uptake, and provide long-lasting energy throughout the day. Just one cooked cup of quinoa provides around 118 milligrams of magnesium, which amounts to nearly 30% of the recommended daily intake for older adults. But what really sets quinoa apart is how its nutrients work together to benefit blood sugar control. The combination of complex carbohydrates, complete protein, and magnesium makes quinoa a slow-digesting food, meaning it releases glucose into the bloodstream gradually, avoiding the dangerous spikes and crashes that can be so common after meals, especially for seniors managing insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. Let's consider the story of Greta Pennington, an 80-year-old retired ceramics artist from Flagstaff, Arizona. Greta had long struggled with energy dips after lunch and often reached for sweet snacks just to get through the afternoon. After a nutrition seminar at her local community center, she decided to make one simple change, replacing her usual white rice or pasta with a cup of cooked quinoa at lunch. She started by making warm quinoa bowls with roasted vegetables, grilled salmon, or even scrambled eggs on top. To her surprise, not only did her energy improve, but her blood sugar monitor began showing fewer fluctuations after meals. Within 2 months, her average post-meal glucose readings had dropped by over 20 points. More importantly, she reported feeling even throughout the day. No fogginess, no cravings, just steady mental clarity and calm digestion. What makes quinoa especially valuable for seniors is its digestibility and versatility. It cooks in under 15 minutes, requires no fancy techniques, and can be made in big batches to last for several days. It's naturally gluten-free and very easy on the stomach, making it an excellent option for older adults with sensitive digestion or food sensitivities. Magnesium in quinoa supports cellular glucose transport by helping insulin bind to its receptors on muscle cells. When magnesium levels are low, these receptors can become less responsive, leading to insulin resistance, a common issue in aging populations. By consistently including magnesium-rich grains like quinoa, the body can maintain healthier insulin function and improve how efficiently glucose is processed. Additionally, Quinoa's fiber content, about 5 grams per cup, also plays a big role in slowing digestion and improving gut health. A healthy gut has been increasingly linked to better blood sugar control, and the prebiotic fiber in quinoa helps feed the good bacteria that support metabolic health. For seniors who enjoy variety, quinoa is easy to flavor with herbs, spices, lemon juice, or olive oil. It can be enjoyed warm or cold, savory or slightly sweet. Some seniors even enjoy a breakfast quinoa bowl with cinnamon, unsweetened almond milk, and fresh berries for a magnesium-rich start to the day. And for those who prefer to ease into new habits, even swapping quinoa into a meal 2 to 3 times per week can have noticeable effects on blood sugar regulation, energy, and satiety. The message is simple. Quinoa is a powerful food for seniors seeking to stabilize blood sugar, improve insulin sensitivity, and support long-term wellness. It's gentle on the body, rich in magnesium, and versatile enough to suit nearly any palate. By making it a regular part of your diet, you're not just enjoying a delicious grain, you're fueling your body with the minerals and nutrients it needs to manage glucose naturally and sustainably. Now that we've explored all 5 of these magnesium-rich foods, let's take a moment to reflect and wrap up with some final thoughts on how these choices can empower seniors to take charge of their metabolic health, starting right in their own kitchen. Let's move on to the conclusion. As we close today's exploration of 5 magnesium-rich foods that support blood sugar control, it's important to recognize that nutrition is one of the most powerful tools seniors have for shaping their long-term health. And magnesium is a mineral that far too many people overlook. For older adults across the United States, Canada, Australia, and beyond, incorporating more magnesium into your diet isn't just a nutritional upgrade, it's a proactive step towards stability, strength, and independence. Throughout this video, we've highlighted foods that are not only high in magnesium but also practical, affordable, and accessible for daily life. From the leafy richness of spinach, the satisfying crunch of pumpkin seeds, the nourishing depth of black beans, the creamy goodness of avocados, to the wholesome energy of quinoa, each of these foods brings a unique benefit to blood sugar regulation. And together they form a nutrient-dense foundation that supports insulin sensitivity, glucose uptake, and the overall metabolic resilience that becomes so vital with age. But the real beauty of these foods lies in their simplicity and sustainability. They don't require drastic diet changes or expensive supplements. You don't need to count every calorie or memorize complicated plans. Instead, these are natural, whole foods you can integrate into the meals you already enjoy. A few small swaps, a handful of seeds here, a serving of beans there, can create meaningful shifts in how your body responds to sugar, stress, and daily life. What's more, the benefits of magnesium go beyond blood sugar. Seniors who increase their magnesium intake often notice better sleep, reduced muscle cramps, improved blood pressure, and calmer moods. That's because magnesium doesn't just support metabolism, it helps the entire body operate more smoothly. It's a mineral of balance, restoring the systems that keep you feeling well and capable every day. If you're new to these foods, start simple. Try adding spinach to your morning eggs. Swap out white rice for quinoa at lunch. Sprinkle pumpkin seeds on your soup or salad. Enjoy half an avocado with dinner. Or cook a hearty black bean chili on the weekend and freeze portions for the week ahead. These aren't fads. They're long-standing, research-backed additions to a healthy lifestyle. And remember, this journey doesn't have to be perfect. There will be days when you eat more magnesium-rich foods and days when you fall back on old habits. That's okay. What matters most is consistency over time and the willingness to come back to your goals with compassion and care for your body. If this video helped you better understand the role of magnesium in blood sugar control, let us know in the comments. Share which of these foods you already enjoy, or which one you're excited to try next. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone in your life who could benefit from better metabolic health. Here at Active Healthcare, we're committed to supporting seniors in living fuller, more balanced lives. One simple step, one nourishing bite, and one empowered choice at a time. Until next time, stay well, eat mindfully, and keep moving forward.